Many conspiracy theorists suspect the government's next step would be to cover up the visitation. They cite as evidence a reputed sighting that took place over Washington, D.C. in 1952.
In full view of the entire world, a squadron, a formation of UFOs buzzed Washington and fought our own F-93 jet fighters. General Samford willingly and deliberately, maybe on instructions from Harry Truman, who was president, lied to the American people.
We have received and analyzed between 1,000 and 2,000 reports. Of this great mass of reports, we have been able adequately to explain the great bulk of them.
His own Captain Ruppelt, in his own book on flying saucers, says Samford was lying. We have the letter from the Air Force to Dean Condon saying Deep Six UFOs. So, have UFOs come to planet Earth in full view, have manifested themselves, have shown themselves? Yes. Did we see it? Yes. Was there a protocol for handling it? Yes. That protocol was called deny.
But if an alien visitation proved undeniable, who might be chosen to then speak to those inside the spacecraft? Who could best represent all the nations and interests of Earth?
If aliens do land on Earth, I think we should send our best world leaders who are the most open-minded and reasonable, but who also have the ability to defend themselves against those aliens.
In my opinion, that's one of the reasons we have a United Nations. Yes, it prevents wars and delivers food. But on the other hand, just imagine the Security Council itself convening to deal with aliens, an image on a big screen at the United Nations. The answer is, I think it all happened back in the 1940s, and that was one of the reasons that Roosevelt and Eleanor Roosevelt pushed so hard for the formation of a United Nations to replace the League of Nations.
Even if you don't corporately believe in extraterrestrials, if you think the possibility of alien visitation is vanishingly small, the consequences, if it does happen, are immense, and therefore it's prudent to have something in place to deal with it.
Personally, I think it would be very, very exciting. I mean, it would be just like the first time, you know, the explorers came from Europe to the Americas and discovered a whole new culture, and they had to interact. Hopefully it won't work out as some of the bad things that occurred then. It would be a more positive experience, and maybe we've learned from that and we can go forward.
What would happen after any potential extraterrestrial contact is open to much speculation. But most people concede one thing: the world as we know it